Barbershop Conversations. I don't know if you guys have heard, but Team Crawford is talking big shit as it relates to Errol Spence. Shout out to Dante. I just saw Dante's video. I just heard 78's video. But it's just a build-up, man. And I love when two alpha males are talking big shit. And Terrence Crawford is a hell of a fighter. Errol Spence is a hell of a fighter. And there's nothing better than when both fighters believe that they're better than the other. But let's talk about the principles of this fight. But first, I want you guys to follow me on Instagram, Silent Heroes, SILENTHEROS. I'll be doing some more giveaways for the Danny Garcia fight. And Terrence Crawford's team has to talk like this. There's no way around it. You understand what I'm saying? And I know you guys don't like hearing this, don't want to hear it, but I rather feed you guys what I believe is my truth based off the logistics and the business of boxing. Those belts got to run the gauntlet through PBC before Terrence Crawford gets a sniff at any of those guys. You understand what I'm saying? So we got to have Errol Spence versus Keith Thurman, or if anyone upsets Keith Thurman, Sean Porter, or his May opponent, if they upset Sean Porter, it has to go through PBC. So you're at least minimum, in my greatest guesstimation, 2 years away from this fight even being negotiated. And I don't think no pressure from media can make this happen. I genuinely don't believe it. I don't see it. No amount of pressure, because there's a guy by the name of Bob Arum in Top Rank Boxing that possibly will stop that. And that was the problem with Manny Pacquiao, Floyd Mayweather. You understand what I'm saying? But it actually worked out better for both of them that they had to fight later, because Manny Pacquiao made over $100 million. They wouldn't have made over $100 million if the fight would have been made 4 to 3 years prior to that. So I'm not trying to be Debbie Downer. I'm going to enjoy the build-up, because now Terrence Crawford's team is talking, and now we need Terrence Crawford to be more boisterous. Now we need Terrence Crawford to go on his Instagram. We need him to go on his Twitter to do these interviews, because I remember asking Terrence Crawford, I says, I think it was the post-Stoll fight. You guys probably can go back and hear that. I said, Terrence, don't you think you need to help us out a little bit more and give us some sound bites, be more? And he says he lets his team do that. He does the fighting. But now I think he's coming into his own. It's kind of like now he realized he's an independent contractor. You have to go out and seek jobs, right? You can't just sit on your ass and not knock on doors. So what he's doing is knocking on PBC doors. Now, PBC is going to feed them they C and B level fighters, right? You know, just to make fights, you know. But to get an Errol Spence fight? Oh, wait a minute. There has to be some give in that. And I don't know how long Terrence Crawford is under contract, but we see what's happening to the 147 guys. They can't get fights. You know, Jesse Vargas left. Timothy Bradley retired. Don't you think if Timothy Bradley... I say Timothy Bradley had at least 3 great fights left in him in terms of fighting an A-level opponent. I think he had maybe 3 fights left in him, maybe a year and a half left in him. And he couldn't get the fights. He doesn't want to fight Mike Alvarado. We don't want to see Pac Timothy Bradley 4. We don't want to see Jeff Horn versus Timothy Bradley. So where does Timothy Bradley go? Nowhere. He goes into the announcer booth and he does commentary. And that's just the reality of the game when you're stuck under... He shouldn't have renewed his contract. He should have been a free agent and fought the PBC fighters. You know, I remember Sean Porter speaking out, he would love to see him fight a Timothy Bradley, and I think the boxing public would have enjoyed that fight as well. Let's just enjoy the build-up to this fight. That's all I'm going to say. Enjoy the build-up. It's not happening anytime soon. I love the fact that Bo Mack is talking shit. You will see Errol Spence reply. Errol Spence ain't no punk. Errol Spence is that nigga. And I've had the pleasure of spending time with the kid, not on a personal level, but in a group-type setting where he's there, and I have conversations with him. and we talk. Me and Derek James, we talk way more. You know, Derek James is like literally becoming. We're becoming like acquaintances. You understand what I'm saying? And I enjoy talking to the man. You know, he's always teaching me about boxing. You understand? Every conversation, he's always giving me little tidbits and stuff like that. Because, you know, I'm a novice at boxing. I do it every day. And every trainer I talk to always try and get something from them, whether it be Kenny Porter, Freddie Roach, Derek James now. You understand what I'm saying? I try and pull from them. So I can say, hey, I want to try and do this. How do I throw the left hook? You know what I mean? How do I come back, you know, the proper footwork, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But anyways, you talk about, I mean, that fight is big on so many levels because the trainers are going to talk big shit. I think Terrence Crawford will come out of his shell. Errol Spence will come out of his shell. That is the next real pay-per-view fight. Outside of the heavyweights, that is the next big pay-per-view fight, I believe, and we got to look forward to it. So anyways, man, get hype. If you haven't seen Dante's Boxing Nation, go to Dante's Boxing Nation. If you haven't seen 78's video, I suggest you go watch 78 videos, and I would assume that I haven't seen anyone else's video, but I'm sure everyone else will be posting videos on this because Bomac was talking some big shit. Anyways, man, it's going to be exciting. We're about 2 years away, I would say. Keith Thurman has to unify within PBC before Terrence Crawford even gets a sniff at it. And you guys and I don't have to tell you guys that I can tell by the comments by many of you guys, I have an astute subscription base, and we know you got to go in-house before you go out-house, right? Right. You guys get that. So anyways, man, Barbershop Conversations, feel free to hit the subscribe button and follow me on Instagram, Silent Heroes, SILENTHEROS. That's where I'm going to do my giveaways at for the Danny Garcia fight. I may have some gloves for that fight too. So let me know, and that'll do it. So I'll talk to you guys soon. Peace.